Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a sketch of the profile and the front view of the human skull. Um, this is pretty important if you want to get good at designing human characters and faces. Honestly, anything that you want to learn how to design well, especially uh, from imagination, it's pretty important to know the underlying structure. So I'm doing this without reference, and I'm going to try to go as fast as I can so you guys don't get too bored. So I usually start, as you can see, with a sphere to kind of block out the mass of the cranium, and then I'll do kind of the T for the alignment of the facial features, for the eyes, and the nose, mouth, and then I usually start with blocking out the eyes. And then typically I like to kind of block out the zygomatic arch, the cheekbone, which is this guy here. Now I'm just kind of blocking out the teeth line, now the jaw, the mandible. And then getting that edge of the side of the skull. And then I like to just quickly block out the spine and how it feeds into the base of the skull. But yeah, it's always important to start with the broad strokes, with the broad details, and then work your way into the finer details. I think that's pretty much what every artist will tell you, one way or another. Simple to complex. Okay, these aren't really lined up, so forgive me. I'm just trying to do this quick and freehand. So yeah, a good landmark for starting the skull is blocking out the eyes and making sure you block out this upside down trapezoid shape, which is right in between the two ocular cavities of the skull. You can see it here on the profile. That's where the nasal bone shoots out from. Okay, and I'm blocking out the teeth from the front view. Sometimes it's nice to do kind of another sphere just to block out the muzzle of the mouth. And it doesn't quite start feeling like a skull until you start detailing in those teeth. It's kind of something I've noticed. That's what really gives it some personality. And I like to use a little bit of cross hatching, just show off the planes a little better. But yeah, I think it's always a good exercise to draw skulls, whether it's a human skull or animal skulls, because then once you get to a point where you can kind of memorize those structures, those underlying structures, you can really see them coming through with living animals and human beings. With live subjects, you can kind of see those bony landmarks underneath the skin and the flesh, and it's very helpful. Ooh. Looks like I need to brush up on my teeth anatomy. Yeah, when you look at skulls, you can see that there's these little grooves in between each of the teeth, just above or below them. Which can add a lot as long as you don't go too crazy. That's pretty creepy. Yeah, and whenever you want to make a villain, you look more menacing or scarier, you can always try to make him or her feel more like a skull, and give him or her harder angles and sharper edges. And it's always nice to just add some quick dark accents. Kind of make your drawing pop a bit more. shrink this one down just so it matches the alignment. Yeah, somewhat close. Again, it's kind of nice to be bold with those shadows. You can add a lot. So, alright, and just so you know, I'm sure people will ask, this is the loose textured brush. Which I definitely like for sketching. And I am drawing on a Wacom Cintiq 24 HD. Took me a while to make that transition from a tablet to a Cintiq, but I love it now. It definitely feels more traditional. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. Again, I just kind of wanted to show you how I quickly approach drawing the skull, and I strongly recommend that in your personal studies, if you're really wanting to do character design or creature design, be sure to draw lots of skeletons and skulls and really understand the underlying anatomy, and try to get to a point where you can somewhat comfortably draw these things from memory, and yeah, it'll go a long ways with informing your designs and really giving them a stronger sense of structure and sense of realism. Alright, well there you go. Yeah, let me know what other questions you'd like me to address, or topics you'd like me to cover. I'm also trying to create some tutorials, more in-depth tutorials. Hopefully I'll be able to release those in a couple months, and I'm probably going to focus more on anatomy and character design, and also probably go over how I approach my sketchbook and my personal studies, and I hope you guys will enjoy that and that you'll find it helpful. Alright, well, hope to see you next time, and thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and like, and tell your other art friends about these videos if you think they're helpful. And yeah, hope to see you next time.